Psalms 119:9, one of my favorite scriptures when I'm talking to young adults or teens, right? It says, how can a young man or woman keep his or her way pure? So it has a question in the verse, but it also gives the answer. That's an awesome thing when you get a question and the answer in the same verse. Is like the perfect open book test, right? But it says, how can a young man or woman keep his or her way pure? And it's by keeping watch over his or herself according to God's word, or to conform his or her life to God's precepts, to his order, to his ordinances, to his principles, to his rules, to his guidance. And so it's so important that if we're going to live a life that's pure, a righteous life, do and live the right way, that we have to be looking in God's word to see how it is, how he has for us to conduct our lives in every situation, how he would have for us to feel emotionally about certain things, how he would have for us to treat and deal with one another. And so in order for us to keep our way pure, again, we got to be willing to submit ourselves. One of those words that a lot of people don't like to hear, that word submit. But you have to be willing to submit yourself, meaning to bring down what you think about a thing, how you think it should be, how you think it should go, how you really think it ought to be, but bringing your thoughts under or submitting them to God's word and allowing God's word to be the authority in your life. And in order, again, for you, if that's what you really want to do, you really want to walk and have a life that's pleasing to the Lord, or you want to please him, you want to walk according to God's word, you have to be willing to submit yourself and to keep watch over yourself and examine yourself against God's word. And I guarantee you that as you do that, you will find that you will be living and walking a righteous life. And I just believe that everything that God has promised for you will come to pass. The favor of the Lord will be upon you because of your willingness to submit to his word.